Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. Thank you so much for stopping by on my channel. I'm so excited that you actually took your time to watch my videos. I love you so much. For my subscribers, I love you so much. If you have not subscribed, kindly do so. And also like this video if you do. Just click on the thumbs up button down here and the red button. You use it to subscribe. And click on the alarm so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first people to be notified. Now today I want to my today I'm in the kitchen, you can see, and that tells you that I'm going to be talking about something that I use in the kitchen that I love so much. Now I am basically, I can tell you that I'm basically a villager. I'm just an African villager. You know, the way it says that you can remove a villager from the village, but you can't remove the villageness. That is me. Because I always love, I just love exploring things. I love using old things. And today, I want to talk to you about the clay pots. I love clay pots and I love food from clay pots. It comes in differently. I don't know if you've tasted food from the clay pot. Kindly let me know if whether it's githeri, meat, stew, or which other kind of food that you've tasted. Let me know. And how did it taste? I love pots, and my love for pots didn't start today. I mean, I didn't start loving the pots today. I started loving the pots as when I was young. Anytime I'll visit my grandparents back in the village, whenever they'll cook with it, even my mother, she still uses pots until today. There is one for stews, mostly for stews and githeris and beans. That is what, and even vegetables. So most of them, they have their pots specifically dedicated for different kind of foods. And the foods were tasting different. You know, when you go home, there's a way when your grandmother cook and there's that taste. That is pot food. And I want to show you, I want to tell you the benefits of cooking with the pots. I don't know if I can tell you before I show you. Okay, today I'm going to be cooking, I'm going to be boiling beans with my pot. Actually, I received 2 pots on my wedding. 2. One was meant for stew and one was meant for vegetable. Unfortunately, the one that was meant for vegetable, one of my girls broke it by mistake. I cried. I felt so bad that day. You know, when it's a present and it's something you like so much. But accidentally it was broken, and now I'm only remaining with one. So this one I use it, I normally use it for beans, maybe when I'm boiling beef or stew or broth, and chicken. That is what I use them for. It is very small, so I don't use githeri. I don't boil githeri on it, but I'm planning to invest on more. So there are so many benefits of using the pots. Maybe I'm going to be talking to you about these pots as you watch the video on my process. I keep on looking this way because this is where my pot is. I'm boiling already. So I want to take you through the way I prepared and made boiled my beans. Then on through that, kindly listen and you'll be able to get the benefits of using the pot. Okay, okay. So this is where I started by making my fire. I normally use this EcoZoom Jiko. I find it to be quite economical. I use a less power, like energy, makaa, I mean. So I always use some little bit of wood and wood, pepper, dry pepper, and makaa. So once I am done with that, I'm going to be making my beans so fast. I was so late anyway today to make my beans, and it was already cleaned, so I'm just going to pass through it and wash it like you're seeing. I'm washing it. You know, beans, they are stored differently in stores, so you really want to clean your beans so well aside that you don't have any impurities or any dirt. So that is what I'm doing right now. Once I clean it, the next thing is me draining it to make sure that it's dry before I start cooking. It's yellow beans, as you can see, it's yellow beans. that is what I'm going to be making for tonight's dinner. You can check as I drain it. I use my coriander. I love it also because it helps me drain without wasting food. Yep. So once I drain it, I also try to clean it still, just to make sure that there is no dirt remaining on my food. Yes, it's already done. I'm done already. I'm done cleaning it. And the next thing now is to check. I'm going to check if my fire is imewaka. Naenda kuangalia kama imewaka manze. You know, sometimes you can be in the house preparing what you want to cook. Kumbe moto ilizima kitabo. I'm burnt. But anyway, who does that? Mbona nashika nini na moto? Nashika moto na mkono. Am I Illuminati? Jesus. Anyway. So I'm just making it ready so that once it catches fire properly, I can be able to come back and put my pot. So I leave it against the wind so that the wind can blow it up so fast. For me, the wind is very important. And like I told you, these EcoZoom Jikos are very economical. They are very economical, by the way. You put just little maca and it does wonders. Together with the pot, hey, I'll tell you how much I'm saving. Yes, now I'm preparing to make my mimi. I'm preparing to wash my pot. Look at my pot. I love this pot. Anyway, I love singing in my kitchen. Sometimes I just sing my own things. I didn't want to sing it loud and you hear because of copyright issues. But I love singing. I'm cleaning it because I've stored this pot for quite some time. So I want to make sure it's very clean before I do it again. And you notice I'm not using soap. You should not use soap. Never, ever shall you be found using the pot soap when you are cleaning your pot. I'm just using something to scrub inside and a lot of water to clean it. You pour the water. You make sure that you drain the water and clean it with as plenty water as possible. Hallelujah. The Spirit is coming down. Yeah. Look at that pot. If you don't like it, let me know. If you don't like it, you don't like anything in this world, my friend. If you don't like this pot, see, it's a oval shape. Yes, it's oval shape. Look at the, how do we call the lid where you used to hold it. Maze, this pot. I love this pot. I love this pot. You can hold it like this. See. So I'm filling my pot with water so that I can go and put it on my jiko. And this woman sings a lot. Hey, I sing a lot, by the way. The kids are on the background playing, and even that is what made me to make this video. Mute the video because they were all over making all the noise and driving their cars. So I was as a woman, I was trying to multitask. Yes, I'm done. The water is enough to boil my beans. Water is enough. See. I'm burnt. Hey. Don't even try to fall down now. This pot, don't even try to fall down. I'm looking for a lid. I told you that another pot broke, and even the lid of this pot of mine broke. So most of the time I use this metallic one. And are you sure, Lydia, that this pot cannot drop? Ooh, I'm so scared. Yeah, at least I moved it. I was so scared that it can drop at this particular time. Woo! It's a blunder. Yeah, where am I? Yes, I left to go and check if my jiko is ready and move it to where I cook. I normally use my veranda to cook. And once I noticed that my jiko was ready, I move it to my veranda. Yes, this is my veranda. So, Lord, ignore the dust. I mop this place and it's dusty all the time. And ignore my legs. See how my legs is dusty. I went to look for my car before I came to start cooking. Now, yes, you have to make sure that I have to make sure actually that my sufuria is, or my pot is well done. Look at this man. He wants to come and grab my camera. Boys, oh, there is a case. Look at his leg. Someone poured his yogurt, so I am going to be the judge. I have to be the judge for the situation. So once I put my pot, today I'm not going to wait for long. What is dripping? Oh, the water is not properly drained. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and put my beans in. Yeah, well, now I always make sure that some beans are pouring. I am in a hurry. I'm so later. It's actually 4 that I'm putting my beans. I hope it's going to be well by 6. Things are going to be okay. But what I know with yellow beans that they need so fast. More especially with pots, they cook so fast. So that is what I'm doing. After I've emptied my beans into my cooking pot, imagine I've forgotten that my lid is outside. So the confused woman is going to look for it. Yes, I found it. I'm closing it. And now, woohoo, let's wait. Let's wait for food to be ready. Yes, look at it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It is slow, like I told you. You'll not waste time. You'll not have this thing. Cook with it when you have all the time. I'm telling you, because it's going to be cooking so slowly, and it's taking its own time with all the energy and all the nutrients diffusing in your food. It is actually, you've gone through, and I've taken you through how I put my pot to cook. And I wanted to highlight some things that, to my research, I've learned the benefit of using the pot. And I'm looking forward, I don't know if I've mentioned earlier, but I'm looking forward to restock or to stock more of these cooking pots because I'm loving them so much. One thing that I'm very certain, and maybe you can attest this with me, is because one, it is so economical. You will use, because the cup, when you're using a clay pot, I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. When you're using a clay pot, it cooks it is not as fast as these modern cooking pots. So it retains the moisture inside the pot, more especially when you cover it. It retains the moisture. And as a result, that's my power. And as a result, it cooks with minimum heat. I mean minimum energy. You'll use them. If it's the gas, it will be less compared to the other sufurias. If it is the makaa, you will use less. Another thing that it increases the pH level of food. That is why even if you take skuma wiki, skuma is acidic. If you boil it in a cooking pot, you will not have heartburn. You will not have issues with heartburn. You will not have issues with acidity, because the cooking pot has retain nutrients. Because it's made of clay, you'll find that when you're cooking your food, it is infused with magnesium, calcium, iron, so which are very good for us. That is why you find out that this food is so sweet from the pot, and at the same time, it is also not acidic as any other food. Another benefit of using a cooking pot is you use less oil. I can attest to this. Whenever I cook meat, any stew, I realize that I use the least oil. And that is why I'm planning to restock, because it is healthy when you don't use a lot of oil and only get oil from the food that you're eating. So that's why I'm looking forward to restock. I don't know where I can get very good sufuria-like pots that can be used even using the gas and all that. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. Another thing about the pot, it's easy to clean. Imagine after cooking, by the way, my grandmother told me that you should never be found in African courts. You should never be found washing your pots using sabuni, like soap. Nowadays I come to understand why she was saying that. It's because the clay absorbs anything that it's in touch with. So whenever you use the soap, it is going to be absorbed. So whenever next time when you're cooking your food, that detergent will, that you'll smell the detergent in your food, or it will infuse in the food and confuse the taste of that food. So that is why I think they always say that, because they never explained much, but my grandmother just told me it is a taboo. You can never wash your pot using soap. But nowadays I do understand. Another thing about pots, they're just beautiful. They're beautiful. I told you that I love these traditional things, and to me they're beautiful. These things are beautiful, and you know you can serve with them. You don't have to if it is in good shape. There are so nowadays there are modern chefs that are coming into the market. If you go to the traditional markets back at home, I hope one day I will be taking you to Oriang. If you know Oriang, where they make a lot, you can tell me the direction so that one day I take you along. I will buy a lot. If they are modern ones and the ones that I'm looking forward to, I will. So what was I saying? They are beautiful. You can serve with them on the table. And you know the funny, I visited a friend of mine, and sometimes back. And you know what? I was so pleased by the way she presented the food. You know, she used the pot, and food came to the table and it was still sizzling. You know, the sizzling plates, when you go to this restaurant, and this will charge you so costly for that. The food came, it was still sizzling, like it's still hot, because you know the pot retained the heat, and they always buy it with a how is it called, a holder, whereby you'll just go and place it on the table and put your food. And for a long time that food was hot compared to the normal hot pots. No one went to the microwave, and we ate for quite some time, and even at 4 p.m. people were still eating, and no one had used the microwave. So it retains heat. So that's why you can also use it to serve in your house. But especially if you have a small family, I think it can be so beautiful if you have a small family. Let me know, have you tried? I want to know from you people. And if you have, just take a picture and share with me. I'll be glad. This is something that I'm looking to store in my kitchen. Apart from that, I don't know. There's so many other things maybe I may not have mentioned, but let me know if you know of any, so that we can share and learn. Yeah, keep on smiling, because I love this thing. I love it so much. So I think that's all about this cooking pot. I love it so much. It's a present from my grandma. I think I will ask her for more. I don't know where she got them from, but it's something that I'm working on. So if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Welcome. Let us grow this channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm counting on you. Don't just watch and leave. Comment, like the video, and share. So for today, it's a wrap. And I appreciate all your feedback. I appreciate your chats and also your emails. So let me just leave you for today. Bye bye. Adios.